yourself focus on Jingle Ball.
So many good classes. Back to the excitement of the day.
Here we go in the first period of the semifinals today. Cleveland Barons taking on the Penn's Elite. We're in a tough camera angle, not really any stadium seating here at Alpha Ice Rink. We'll make the most of it today. Puck comes out to Reeling, gets it over to Burkheiser. Burkheiser with speed into the zone, pulls a shot, blocked down. Now gets it out in front to Reeling. That shot just blocked to the corner. Up the boards and to Loya. Good back check by Julius. Puck coming all the way around the boards. Stays in there. Now Monheim has it. Monheim gets it over to Julius, who gets it deep as the Pens are going for a change. Michael's back to retreat, gets it over to Markey. Markey spins out of some trouble, finds Shadish. Shadish to Maury. Maury through the center ice with some speed. Drops it off to Shadish now on the far boards. Puck in front of the net. Shadish is going to give a whack at it. And we'll get a stoppage of play. Pens look like they're running 8 forwards at the moment. Gumenes and Burkheiser with double shift as centers. Shadish and Maury a wing pair out there. Face off, nice back check by Shadish, comes away with a steal. Markey swings it to Michael, back to Shadish, drops it through center ice, just out of the reach of Gumenes. Big Rig Jr. gets it in deep, allows Gumenes to go for a chase. Cleveland quick the other way with some speed. A lot of speed. That shot just wide of the net. Big check by Edgar. Wild shot wide of the net. Now Edgar comes away with it. Edgar's out there with Burkheiser, and Sullivan's about to join him now. Loya and Stahl. Puck going the other way. Stahl and Loya back in nice position. Stahl comes away with a nice steal in the deep in the defensive zone. Gets it to Edgar through center ice. Edgar using his speed and power. Puck just gets knocked away. Now Sullivan steps in. Just out of reach. Puck gets behind our defense, but Stahl's back with a beautiful play by Stahl. Gotten past one of our defensemen, and then Stahl was there to stop a breakaway. Fogle with a centering pass intercepted by Edgar. Edgar get it to the red line, avoid a hit and get it in deep. Broken stick on the ice. Reeling knocks down a pass through center ice. Michael plays it over to Monheim. Up the ice to Julius. Just out of the reach of Reeling. Now Reeling does get it. Gets it over to Julius. Julius spinning around. Backhand attempt. Oh, they blew the whistle. Not sure why. Maybe the net looks like it. I don't know. The net doesn't look off at all. And that puck was loose. Reeling to Julius there on a spinning backhand shot attempt. And a good save. Gumenes is going to take the draw. Gumenes wins it to Reeling, drops it back to Michael. Michael's going to play it down the boards to Gumenes. Finds Monheim, who's cutting in deep. He shovels it to the corner. Reeling was going back to cover for him at the point. Puck comes all the way out to center ice. Reeling has it, swings it over to Michael. Michael quick up to Gumenes into the zone. Now he's going to pull it back, but there's a turnover there at center ice. Backhand, a shot, stick to side to the corner by Kinney. Good forecheck pressure here, but Monheim just spinning out of trouble, finds Julius. Julius banks it over to Reeling. Reeling cuts it back, shoots and scores. Nice touch pass from Julius to Reeling. And Reeling cut to the middle, shot back, blocker side. 1-0, Pens on top. What a pass, Julius. Right out of the defensive zone with a beautiful bump pass off the boards. 1-0, Pens on top. Mowry's coming out with Shadish and Burkeiser. Face off one, Markey to Stahl. Shadish avoiding a hit. Gets it in deep, allows Cole to go on a forecheck. Nice steal by Burkeiser. Burkeiser finds Shadish. Shadish shoots and scores! Back-to-back goals for the Pens. A beautiful pass. Burkeiser finding Shadish alone in front of the net. Two good passes for the Pens. Leads to back-to-back goals. If the Commodore was here, he'd say more passing leads to more scoring. I think he says something like that. I misquoted him, and I apologize. 2-0. Markey to fans on the pass. Shot goes in. What a rebound there for the Barons. Turnover into the defensive zone. Just a bad break for the Pens. And they went glove side low on a nice shot by the Barons to bring this one back to 2-1. 3 goals in the last 30 seconds of the game. Gumenis is out there with Edgar and Sullivan. Gumenis wins it back all the way back to Kinney. He one-hands it. Slides it over to Sullivan. This one back to Loya in front of the net, just off Edgar's stick and not out of the zone. And another shot. Quick release there. Another turnover in the Pens D zone leads to a second goal, back-to-back, and the Barons doing a little trash talking out of their way back to the bench. 2-2, 4 goals in the last 45 seconds of the game. Both teams scoring 2 apiece. And just like that, we're back knotted up. The good times are over. Let's build back that lead. Monheim gets it to Gumenis, who's going to circle back in the defensive zone. Gets it over to Monheim. There's another turnover in the defensive zone. Monheim crushes Fogel into the boards with a beautiful hit. Loya trying to get it over to Monheim. Puck rims all the way around the boards to Loya. Bangs it off the boards and shipped out of the zone by Reeling. The Barons are going to circle back now. The Pens will get a full line change here. Cleveland's going to dump it in deep, and they'll go for a change. That one goes around Kinney's stick, and now Markey's there. Markey's going to swing it the other way. The Pens playing a little sloppy in the defensive zone, and it's showing right now. Loya up to Julius, just out of the reach of Reeling, but Burkeiser's there. He smacks it back down deep into the zone. Puck comes out to center ice. Markey looking over his options, swings it up to Reeling, but off his stick. Backhand blocker saved by Kinney, and a nice one. And there's going to be a boarding. Oh, wait. Michael takes a hard hit into the boards. There's going to be the first power play of the game coming up for the Pens. Parents are getting into it early. 8:14 left in the game. Barons coach not happy about it. That was a pretty obvious penalty call. Pens are looking for more than just a roughing call. Regardless, it'll be a minute 30 power play coming up for the Pens. Pens on the power play. Stahl and Monheim are going to come out defensively. Burkheiser, Reeling, and Julius out there as the forwards. 8:14, the game's getting heated up here early in the first. Burkheiser with a nice win, right back to Stahl. Stahl's taking his time, walks it over to Monheim. Monheim to Burkheiser. Burkheiser pulling up in the corner. Now he'll switch positions with Monheim. Skating in, finds Julius, who's popped out wide. He now rims it down around the boards. Burkheiser with a nice win there. Beautiful play, gets it up to Stahl. Burkheiser making a man miss, slides it across. His pass tipped just out. That puck comes all the way down, not an icing though, so Kinney's gonna rim it around the boards. A little bit too far for the Pens, and that one's gonna come back. Puck out to center ice. Gets it to Julius. Pens not getting this one set up well, and that's not going to be an icing. They said he could have been touched. So they'll leave it for Stahl. Burkheiser, the Pens can't get anything set up here. 24 seconds left. Really knocks this one down in center ice. Plays it over to Monheim. Monheim back to Stahl. Stahl's going to skate it, gets it to Reeling. 12 seconds left on the power play. No one's picking up Reeling. He's going to shoot a backhand rebound. Puck still loose. Puck still loose. Stahl getting held. Nobody. Gumenis now. Puck coming the other way. Cole back in good defensive position. Nice save by Kinney. 2 saves. I think that was a rebound attempt as well, as Fogle drove in hard to the net. Puck's intercepted there by Monheim. He's going to throw it off the far boards. Now Gumenis comes with a big check. Allows Mowry to come away with a steal. 6 minutes left in the first. 2-2. Reeling and Shadish with the goals. Mowry's there. Look at Mowry. Punches it ahead for a 2-on-0. Mowry shoots just wide of the net. Great play there by Mowry to create a 2-on-0. Powering through the zone with a steal. Gumenis now going to throw it on net from the neutral zone, sticked into the corner by the goalie. Mowry on the forecheck, crushes his man. Big hit there. Loya up at the point, just off his sticking out. Loya plays it back to Markey. Markey over to Loya. Loya's pass out into the neutral zone allows Cleveland to regroup just a touch. Now Loya stands on his blue line. Drop pass to Burkheiser. Burkheiser back to Loya. Cross ice to Markey. Backhanded to Sullivan and up and out. Just out of the reach of Edgar. Burkheiser kept it in the zone. Wasn't sure if it was a delayed offsides or not. Now Sullivan steps in. Puck's intercepted by Edgar. Edgar with a little space. He's going to rip a shot. Just missed. I'm not sure if that hit the crossbar. What a shot. Edgar, I'm sorry, that's Burkheiser to Edgar, back to Burkheiser. Sullivan punching this one through on the far boards. Edgar slides over, allows Stahl to pick up the loose puck. His shot gets through, Sullivan's there, slides it through to Burkheiser. Monheim steps up with a slap shot just wide of the net. Pens putting some good pressure on here. Stahl gets it down to Sullivan on the half wall. Gets ridden off the boards. Puck's loose. And out of the zone as Edgar's back to chip it up to Monheim. Puck's still loose. All the way around. Stahl now has it. 4 minutes left. Edgar's out there with Reeling on a 2-on-2. Edgar plays it up to Reeling. Reeling tries to get it to Gumenis just out of his reach.
5 seconds late.
Michael's there, gets it to Gumenis, slides it over to Julius. Julius with some space. He shoots and scores! Gumenis to Julius. Posted in, and that's going to give the Pens a 3-2 lead.
I know.
Third goal in 2 games for Julius. You enjoy that game, buddy.
That's how
It's
you
all
announce it.
it's all wobbly.
Huh?
It's all wobbly though.
I got it.
I kind of hold it. I don't know. I put in those 3 screws. It didn't help. Trinity Morgan stepping up for yet another game on the tripod. Now I can just watch it piece here as the Pens go up 3-2. We'll put in the headphones after, and then I'll give you more space.
Okay.
Loya now tries the center pass, gets it out to Gutmenis. Turnover on this neutral zone, though. Flip back in the zone. Loya is going to be first man there. He backhands one over to Michael. Michael's going to play it all the way up and out. That's going to be an icing. And with 3:10, we'll get a whistle.
I'll switch the sides.
Yeah, you go through.
I'm an experienced filmer now.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a high dollar tripod, Jess.
it's hard to say no to. Might have lost audio there for a moment, not sure. Well, I hope people heard what I could say. I've been announcing the whole game. Monheim here plays this puck below the goal line. Burkheiser in, fighting along the boards. Puck's loose, controlled by Cleveland. Shot, knocked down. Comes up to Sullivan on the boards. He's through the center ice, gets it over to Egger off his stick, but still into the zone. Puck gets knocked into the zone as the Barons are going for a change. Michael's there first. He's going to play it up the glass to Sullivan. This also not going to be an icing. Not sure why. Puck fresh on the ice is reeling. Puck coming out. Now it's bouncing around here through center ice. Gumenis lays a check. They got a 4-on-2 the other way. Stahl with a great stick. Good stick save by Kinney. Drives that one into the corner. Picked up by Gumenis. Julius is there. Bounced pass off the boards. Reeling leaves it for Gumenis. Fights through some traffic. Now Reeling slides it over to Julius. His shot going to get deflected high and over the net. Gumenis now. To Markey. Big rebound. Comes out to Julius, who's the only defenseman right now for the Pens, apparently. Gumenis now plays it up to the boards and out. Julius over to Markey. Julius going to dump this one into the corner. Apologies for any audio issues. Not dealing with the best setup here, and the cables fell out. Not much going on. It's 4-2. A lot of yelling from the parents. Turnover in the defensive zone. Nice stick, though, by Stahl. Stahl keeping that shot off net. What a play. Shot gets through, and that good stick by Kinney drives that one into the netting. Big save, nice play. Stahl playing strong defensively there.
Not through the middle.
.524 left in the second. 4-2 Pens on top. Burkheiser to take the draw to the right of Kinney. He wins it over to Monheim. Puck's stuck here along the near ball. Monheim to Loya. Loya skates it up to Shadish. His pass doesn't get out. Now Monheim going to mohawk out a little bit of trouble behind his own net. Throws it up high off the glass and out of the zone. Good maneuvering there by Cleveland. Now they're quick up ice. Shot on Kinney. Pad save. Rebound controlled. Yeah, it's something with the ball head right here.
Yeah, like
and
it got real loose.
Yes, I know, and I tried twisting it before the game, and I can't tighten it. I'm going to take the whole ball head off. I put those random screws on to try and make it better, but I don't think they're helping. If you just press down with this and you just hold it, flexed it down the whole time, it won't wobble back as much. But I don't know, whatever's comfortable for you. Centering pass broken up by Michael. Gumenis has control of it, slides it through. Egger's out there with Sullivan. Puck comes back out to center ice. Gabe on a nice forecheck, big hit. Comes over to Markey. Swings it to Michael, back to Markey. To Egger through center ice. Nice pass there, just couldn't connect with Gumenis. And Gabe finishing another check. Sullivan swooping in, knocking that one deep into the zone. Puck dangerously in front of the net. Gumenis is there for the rebound. He shoots and scores! Gumenis! Sullivan creating a loose puck in front of the net, and Gumenis with some patience waited for the goalie to go down, and he shot high. 5-2 Pens on top. 5 different goal scorers for the Pens. Gumenis the latest. Burkeiser to take the center zone draw. Puck coming the other way. Loya gets it to Reeling. Reeling looking for Julius. He finds him, slashing in. Finds Burkeiser now. Burkeiser back to Julius and a tip on net. Nice looking play there for the Pens. Stahl gets it. Stuck at the feet of Reeling. Now it comes up to Burkeiser. Burkeiser gains the zone. Gets it over to Reeling. Shot, save. What a pass. Reeling shot on net. Tried to go 5-hole. Wasn't there. Now Burkeiser has it back again. Another centering pass. This one's picked off. Good pass by the Barons the other way. Now they're going to backhand one in. Loya's going to be the first man there. He hits the brakes. Weaves it for Stahl. Puck still in the zone. Shot, pad, save. Into the corner. Mowry with another steal at the blue line. Nice play there by Mowry. Touch pass there. Cleveland on a little give and go. Driving into the net. Stahl hits his man wide. Puck centered out. Slap shot off the post. Stahl just all over the ice right now. Backhands one out to center ice. Now Mowry with his long reach knocks this one free. Backhand pass trying to find Shadish, just couldn't get it to him. Gumenis trying to pass it to Mowry, but now it's a 3-on-2. Gumenis with a nice back check. Closes out another one off the post. Cole blocks down that pass, going to create a turnover going the other way. Tries to get across ice to Shadish, but can't. Now it's a 1-on-4. Fogle the other way. He shoots through traffic and all the way around. Sticked aside by Kinney, still loose. Puck out to the point. Minute 30 left in the second. 5-2 Pens on top. Big hit by Shadish. Cross ice pass and a glove save by Kinney. 5-2, Penn still leading. Burkeiser taking the draw to the left of Kinney. He wins this over to Michael. Puck played around the boards. Egger's there. Now controlled by Cleveland. Last minute of play here in the second period. Sullivan knocks that one free for Egger. Cleveland throws it in deep. Kinney's first man there, rims it around the boards, but not out. Bad break for the Pens. Michael now controlling on his forehand, plays it up to Sullivan, who avoids a play. And Egger here through some traffic. Nice check there by the Barons, and they just throw it back down the other way. 30 seconds left in the period. Sullivan has it. Now he throws it off the glass, takes a bad bounce for the Pens, and Julius gets it in deep. Julius on the forecheck. Pass doesn't connect. 13 seconds left. Markey, though, on his horses, gets back there in time. They're going to call a penalty on the Pens here with about no time left, I should say. Someone's getting a draw. It's going to be a cross check by Gumenis. So the Pens will start the third period on the penalty kill. All right, the Pens to start the third on the penalty kill. Could you read that for me?
Forgot my glasses.
It's going to be Reeling and Julius to start with Markey and Stahl. Stahl's having a phenomenal game. All over the ice defensively. And a big opening penalty kill to start the third. Touch pass there with some speed. Good shot here right off the draw. 20 or 12 seconds in, and that was a good look for the Barons on the power play there. A give and go, and they got a nice shot. Puck loose here. Nice play by Stahl. A short-handed attempt. That was a 3-on-1. Now the puck comes out to Loya. Loya throws it over to Shadish, who's fresh on for Julius. Up to Reeling, who plays it in deep. 30 seconds left. A 3-on-1 chance for the Pens there. They couldn't capitalize. What a shorthanded attempt it was. Now Shadish on a nice back check, comes away with a steal. Now that's a slash if you're looking for one. Shadish there, drills him, shot, taking the body. The Pens are deep in the zone though. It's going to be a 3-on-2. Now Maui hustling back to break that up. Shot, big save by Kinney into the corner. Power play is over. Well done by the Pens. Kinney came up with a couple of big saves. Some overall good defense by the Pens. Loya stick drives that one wide of the net. Now that's a rebound. What a save by Kinney. Kinney sliding across the crease there on a beautiful save on a close range shot. Gumenis to take the draw to the right of Kinney. He wins it clean back to Monheim. Just misses with Loya. Stick to side though by Kinney. Now Egger on his backhand. Shot from the point. Another break up there by Loya's stick. Puck staying in the defensive zone, though, at the moment. Now Monheim rims it around to the other side. Egger is going to give chase. Big hip check there by Edgar. 25 for Cleveland. Just likes to hear himself talk. I'm not sure what he's talking about in a 5-2 game at the moment. Shot deflected wide of the net. Now Edgar, what a back check there. Lifting the stick. Sullivan the other way with Edgar. Edgar pulls up. Drops it to Sullivan. Tries to backhand one to Gumenis. Now Markey has it. Gets it up to Edgar. Over to Markey. To Michael. Plays it back to Markey. Now he gets it up to Burkheiser. Into the zone. Flicks a high one over to Michael. Michael to Reeling, one touch on the shot. And that's going to be an icing on Cleveland. 5-2 left in the third. Pens on top, 11:50 to go. Burkheiser to take the offensive zone draw. Julius loses his stick, but now Markey's going to get it. And big stick save by the goalie into the netting. will take the draw to the right of the netminder. Let's move everyone over. Burkheiser controlling the draw to himself. Michael, oh, just wide. Oh, that one just trickling through the crease. Thought it went in. Just sitting there on the doorstep. Julius gets the face-off and going to throw it all the way back down into his own zone. An unconventional play. Julius now chips it all the way out. Puck still coming the other way. Reeling with a nice check, gets it over to Markey. Now Burkheiser into the zone. Spinning all the way around the net. Now it's Reeling with the puck. Him and Burkheiser in the corner. Now it comes out the other way. Good stick by Mowry. Reeling gets it to Mowry and gets it out of the zone with some power. 10:40 and counting. Penn's in control. 5-2. Pens will be offsides apparently. And here we go. Gumenis, after the Cleveland Barons coach dropped an array of F-bombs, which was pretty much on cue with the rest of his players before the game. And we'll drop the puck. Puck coming the other way. Gumenis just out-muscling this man. That could have been a knee-on-knee hit there. Mowry kind of pulled up there. You could tell he didn't want to get called for something cheap there. Now Mowry comes away with the steal. Puts it on his backhand to Shadish, who gets taken down to the ice. No call. It's going to take a lot to get a penalty called in the last 10 minutes of this game. Pass intercepted by the Barons the other way. Loya with a nice interception in the defensive zone. Plays it up ice to Mowry. And there's a turnover the other way, coming back. Now Burkheiser on the ice. Stalls there, plays it up to Sullivan. Nice block down by Loya, and then a rebound shot wide and high over the net. Loya's going to smartly play it out of the zone, get out of the danger zone right here. Dropped right back in. Kinney's going to leave it for Stahl. Edgar avoiding some checks, and it's going to create a 3-on-2. Monheim filling. Just a little off by Edgar. Monheim's there. Takes a punch to the head right in front of the ref. And it looks like it was Edgar who got it. Six to 2, Pens on top. 8:53 left, and the sixth Pens player of the game scores. Monheim took a punch, 25 from Cleveland, definitely targeting the head from anybody that he can get a hold of. That line's going to stay out there. Burkheiser skating it through the red line, gets it in deep. Intercepted there by Edgar. Touch pass to Burkheiser. Michael does a good job pinching in, keeping that puck down low. Edgar now lays a check. Cleveland the other way. Monheim back in good position. Now he just kind of gets wrangled down by his neck. No call. Puck comes up to the point. Slid across ice. Shot blocked down. Loose puck and 7:53 remaining. 6-2 Pens on top. Stahl here on the half boards. Spinning out of a little bit of trouble. Puck to the front of the crease from Markey to Julius to Reeling. Reeling slides it over to Julius. Julius shoots just wide of the net. Now Gumenes has it. Good forecheck there by Julius. Creates a turnover for Markey at the center ice. Markey up to Julius. Tries to find Markey. He's cutting into the net. That puck goes into the corner. Stahl's there. Puck still loose along the half wall. Now Reeling picks it up. Slides it up to Gumenes. He shoots just wide of the net. Julius gets it on the other side. Leaves it for Markey. Markey steps into a slap shot. Big rebound. Puck still in the zone. Gumenes has it. Now he's going to circle out. 6:45 left. Gumenes skated backwards. Now he gets it up to Mowry. Puck going the other way. Stahl keeping Fogle wide and off the net. Nicely done. Shot blocked down. Never got on net. Another shot blocked down. Penn's doing a good job keeping pucks off Kinney. Slap shot from the point. Doesn't get there. Nice give and go there by Cleveland. Couldn't get it on net, though. Puck gets thrown into the zone by Cleveland. Puck's out in front of the net. Shot saved by Kinney. Good play there by Loya. Shot just wide of the net. Stahl's there trying to get it out. Good pressure here by the Barons. Loya now behind his own net, looking over his options, finds Shadish. Touch pass up to Burkheiser the other way. 3-on-4. Shadish now tries to find Mowry. He gets it there. Shot just high and wide over the net. Monheim shoots now wide of the net. Puck bouncing out to center ice. Loya calmly plays it over to Monheim. Monheim back to Loya. Loya throwing across the ice. There are way too many men on the ice. And the Pens will go on the penalty kill here on a sloppy change. Cleveland wanted that called way too many. I think he stole my line because he heard me say it. 6-2. Pens on top. 5:11 left in the game. Edgar and Sullivan to start this PK. Puck controlled by the Barons. Shot from the point. It's going to be well wide of the net. Barons will be the first player there. Play it back to the point. Shot through some traffic. Blocker save. Cross ice pass. Big save by Kinney. Sullivan's going to smack it out to the sideboards, and Edgar is going to chip it out into the neutral zone. With some speed the other way, Cleveland going on a wraparound, but Monheim's there. Big save off the chest of Kinney. Backhanded by Monheim, but not out. Cleveland controlling. Blocker save by Kinney. 30 seconds left on this power play. Williams' clearing attempt doesn't get there. Egger finishing a check, but still kept in the zone here. Sullivan with a block shot. 20 seconds remaining. This unit's been out there the entire minute 30, or minute of the penalty. Now Monheim rims one around the glass and just out by about a foot. And that'll be a delayed offsides and a big break for the Pens. With 12 seconds left on this penalty kill, they'll take a neutral zone draw with Julius and Reeling coming out with Markey and Michael. Face-offs back to Michael. He's going to spin, keep spinning. Going to skate it behind Kinney now. Tries to rim one, bad bounce off the glass. Good stick by Julius. And that's going to do it for the penalty. Mowry out of the box, 3:36 left in the game. 6-2 is the score. Gumenes takes the defensive zone draw, wins it to Markey. Plays it around the boards to Julius. He mishandles that one at the blue line. Good block shot by Markey. Puck is going to bounce over Kinney's stick. All three goals have been defensive zone turnovers for the Pens. And with 3.5 minutes left, it's going to be a 6-3 game. Bad bounce for the Pens. Gumenes now to take the center zone draw. Wins it all the way back. He's done that a couple of times. Wins it so powerfully back, it gets through our defenseman. And now another turnover into the defensive zone. Pens playing a little dangerously here at the moment. Gumenes now on a forward check, allows Reeling to come in with a steal. Skates over that one though. Puck going the other way. Brogan drives his man wide. Woya swoops in for a steal. Bouncing puck. Now Woya has it, chips it on out of the zone. Gumenes on the back check, comes away with a steal. Woya up to Reeling. Reeling has it, now he chips up to Gumenes. And that puck's going to come out of the zone. 2:30 left in the game, 6-3. Monheim has it. He's going to, oh, if that was off, it was by a foot. Monheim was waiting for Gumenes. Apparently didn't wait a half a second too soon. 6-3, Pens on top. Burkheiser, Mowry, Shadish, Michael, and Monheim. Face off one back to Monheim, slides it over to Michael, but off his stick. Pens playing sloppy here at the last 5 minutes of the game. Gonna make things interesting. Shot blocked down by Monheim, allows Shadish to skate it out of the zone. Shadish taking a big hit there, but gets it deep into the zone. Good back check by Mowry. Now good back check by Burkheiser. Puck comes out to Mowry. With a minute 50, just a smart play, rims it deep into the zone. And the clock is ticking in the favor of the Pens. Now the puck, though, bouncing out to center ice. Good back check by Shadish. Lifted that stick. Markey waits for his players to get on sides. Gets it in deep with a minute 30. Egger fresh out the bench here with Sullivan. Markey drills his man from behind into the boards, and they're going to call that penalty. Maybe they called an icing. I'm not sure what they called. So they will call that penalty with 1:15 left in the game. Well, hopefully this game ends on the penalty kill. Minute 30 penalty kill with 1:18 left in the contest. Edgar's out there with Sullivan. Sullivan keeping his man wide. Now he's stepping up, contesting. Cross-ice pass, net was wide open, puck still loose. Loya with a beautiful play to get it out of the zone, and he feathers it just far enough so it's not an icing. Wow, that net was wide open, and Loya just scooped in and picked up the loose puck. Edgar driving Fogle wide. Now Loya drives him wide. Loose puck picked up by Edgar. He dances away from some traffic, and now Sullivan's going to backhand one out. And with 30 seconds, the game is winding down here. Penn still on the penalty kill. 30 seconds and counting. Shot sticked into the, high off the glass, no netting. Play continues. Big check by Edgar in the corner. 15 seconds left, playing it back up to the point. Shot wide and high over the glove hand of Kenny with 5 seconds left. Cleveland with one last shot attempt, sticked into the netting by Sullivan. And with 2 seconds left, the Pens will do one final defensive zone draw to wrap this one up and head to the finals this afternoon. Edgar takes the draw. Sullivan knocks it away, and that's going to do it. That's your ball game, everyone. 6-3. Pens on top. 6 different scorers. Let's see if I can remember them all. It was Reeling, Shadish, Mowry, Gumenis, Edgar, and Julius, if I didn't say Julius. There's your 6 different goal scorers. Kenny Fabulous in net, 6-3. See you this afternoon.